Hello and welcome to the Season 9 GP2 Division Chinese Grand Prix here at the Shanghai International Circuit in the industrial and economic capital of China. In the car box with me tonight, we have got Dutchman, GP2 Division runner-up from last season, and the driver who's finished on the podium both races this season in the F1 Division, Maranzano. Maranzano, how are you?
Good in there. Thanks for having me again, Molly. Looking forward to this Chinese Grand Prix, and I hope it provides a little bit more entertainment than the F1 division yesterday, to be honest.
Yes, it
I'm
was
looking forward to it.
Yes, it was very spaced out yesterday, but it must have been very good
Yeah,
for the spectators in the grandstands. There's a lot of good facilities, a lot of good. So I'm just looking at the weather forecast there. It's a cloudy forecast for the whole of the weekend, so no drivers will have to be using the wet or intermediates. But it's a lot of good scenery.
Lucky.
There's a lot of good scenery here in China. There's a lot of good grandstands, a lot of history, history from China around the circuit. Marzano, what do you personally think about this? Like all this scenery and all the grandstands, and how do you think it's going to add to the excitement in today's Grand Prix?
I mean, their economy has improved massively in recent times, which means that they are able to invest a lot of money in the track's facilities. $250 million, according to your track preview.
Yeah, got the
which
facts.
I watched, of course.
Yeah.
Some solid facts. Yeah, you could argue it's maybe a little bit artificial, but you know, it's always full, and that's the only thing that matters, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, I'm currently watching Amazed OT here. He's on a very interesting strategy here.
I'll tune in with you.
Qualifying on the soft tyres in his Mercedes. He couldn't race last time out in Australia, but he's a very good driver, Maranzano, so I'm hoping for a good good performance from him here in Shanghai. So there you go, Maranzano. If you want to take us through
I've actually tested it before our league race yesterday.
Okay.
If you qualify on the softs, you could be able to do a one-stop if there's a safety car. So,
okay,
you know,
that's
it's an interesting strategy, maybe worth a gamble for some people.
Well, just now on Amazed OT, who's got the Sauber. They're very good actually. Sauber back in the STB Racing League. They won the Constructors' Championship back in Season 2 when the league was running on F1 2013 with Side Effects and Murdy Murder at the helm. But it's very good that Sauber are back as a team. Remember, we've obviously done a little bit of a realistic sort of thing with 2017 with China being round 2 and Sauber being back in the league as a constructor instead of Mana, who fortunately can't race in 2017. But coming through the second sector now, Amazed OT. First is currently TST Vettel, who's apparently German, but he's actually Italian, so I don't know what he's doing there, Maranzano.
Is he new? Amazed OT?
Amazed OT, yeah.
Is he driving in?
Yeah, I've just said, and he's made a mistake on the curb there, and
yeah.
and that's not good for him. He's made a mistake, and that's going to be very disappointing for him. So I'm going to off him, and there is a purple sector 2, Maranzano, for NRL Hulkenberg. So this could put him in provisional pole position.
Yeah, he did well in Australia. Unfortunately, he was involved in a lot of incidents. I think he has some solid pace, and he's one of the favourites to win this, if you ask me.
A lot of new drivers as well are here today. James Ebert,
yes,
X1.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, we've got KS Outgoing, an STB veteran to the league. Been in the league since the very, very start, Season 1. Been involved in every single season as NRL Hulkenberg. Sets provisional pole position there, 136.1. Definitely can be improved. We'll see later in the session. KS Outgoing, as I know, a key veteran to the STB Racing League. He's been in the league, like Side Effects 99, actually, since the very start. And this is the 3-year anniversary, as I was saying. The 3-year anniversary season as Typhon Killer goes quicker than NRL Dangeman. NRL Hulkenberg. By 0.117 seconds. Outgoing and Side Effects.
Cheeky corner cut. KS Outgoing. I'm not sure if you're spectating.
Yeah, invalidated lap times. I think he's going to be. Yeah, it looks like he's backed off this lap already. Might go in the pit lane for another set of maybe the super soft compound tyres. But so KS Outgoing, a key veteran to the league, as well as Side Effects 99. Been in the league since the very start of from season 1. Been involved in a lot of the decisions made, a lot of input from them. So it'd be really interesting to see this season how they develop. Obviously, being at the moment in the mid-pack, Side Effects had a very good race in Australia, if you remember. Maranzano, he got a podium.
Definitely.
Very interesting Grand Prix. But I really want to talk about Urban Unicorn because what was going on?
Surprise of the season so far.
What was going on there? That was...
Yeah, I think, like you said, like you already mentioned, there's a lot of the top guys have left the league, so it's going to be interesting to see who's going to take over. I think Urban Unicorn is definitely one of the championship contenders to keep an eye on.
Personally, I think that the top guys leaving is actually going to make the league even closer because there's a lot of the midfield guys getting quicker and quicker. So it's going to be really interesting to actually see this season and actually in this Grand Prix, you know, how close it's going to be. There's been a lot of races where there's been a few collisions on the first lap, and I think this race is going to be no exception because of how close it is. A lot of the collisions actually in Australia, Maranzano, if you remember, were actually racing incidents as I'm watching Highlight Aero. There are a lot of racing incidents in Australia because everyone is so close in this division. A little bit different last night in F1 because everyone's so spaced out. A little bit like the actual real life. F1's so boring at times, a little bit of action here and there. And then GP2 is like, you know, bang, bang, boom, if you like.
Full entertainment.
Yeah, some big action. But Highlight Aero puts in a 136.250 and he puts that into P7. So that's interesting. I think he's ghosting now. So
the Fredster's on a quick lap.
On the Fredster.
No, never mind.
Oh, we know Validate lap time, so I'm going to search on with him now. I'm going to carry on with him here in China. Looks to be lagging a teensy bit.
Yeah, the Fredster will be very disappointed with how his race went in Australia. It was looking good up until the last few laps. He was in P2. And the safety car restart, he dropped back to P5 and eventually even retired. So I'm going to imagine he's out for revenge today.
Actually, we have actually got an ill driver tonight, the Panda Queen. He's not been feeling very well the past few days, so it's going to be really interesting to see as I'm spectating him now. Excuse me. As I'm spectating him now, it's going to be really interesting to see how he does because he's not been very well. I'll repeat. And it's going to... you know, it's hard for him. It's hard for anyone being ill. I've raced when I'm ill and I can't concentrate. So... but it's very good that he's been able to still turn up to the Grand Prix and hopefully he can get some good points. He has said actually to the whole GP2 chat that we've got that Maranzano, he's looking for the win today. So even though he's ill, he's still looking for the win. So that's going to be very interesting to see.
Keep an eye out for him.
If he can do that.
Meanwhile, Dennis VKK gets a provisional pole by quite a margin. Another surprise in Australia.
Yeah, he's definitely improved since last season. I remember Japan, he was in the mid-pack last season, and he's really improved now. Just me, I reckon Dennis VKK and Urban Unicorn could be the underdogs this season. It's very good, really good.
Yeah, but it's going to be very close. Let's not forget about Ninjas, you know, the reigning champion. We've not seen him a lot, of course, but did he finish P2 in Australia? P3.
He did get, he got a podium. He was had a lot of collisions as well with various drivers. So it was a very good comeback from the reigning world champion. But we've got Reckless Pez now. Didn't have a very good race in Australia. Hoping for more here in Shanghai, but he's now on a set of super soft compound tyres. So yeah, and also Maranzano, I hope I don't make the same mistake as I did in Melbourne when I got a little bit too excited and thought the start of the race was when it was, and actually said as the formation lap. But I will get a nomination, I think, at the end of the season for Moment of the Season award. So I could get something good out of that.
That's what it's all about.
But we now got TST Vettel. Might be going into the pit lane. No, he's carrying on. Okay, so we're going to spectate the Italian driver, and he actually goes into P12 with a 136.368. So there you go.
Amazed OT just took pole by a huge margin, 35.1.
5 temps. Hard to beat that. going to be hard to beat. Mazed OT showing his worth here in Shanghai. Okay, so
any other interesting laps being set at the moment?
Fredster's on an outlap here. STB Verstappen 33 is actually Dehakti Ronald 43. He's not doing very well. He's nearing the back in around 13th place. Quite interesting as well, because there's going to be 18 drivers today. So that is going to be very exciting down into turn 1.
Yeah,
very
it's going to
exciting
be very exciting.
Because it's just going to be incredible. It's going to be really good. But we are going to have an interview with ILR Aero in around 2 minutes' time. So that'll be very interesting to see him in the
We
party
managed
again.
to keep it relatively clean in F1 division yesterday, if I'm correct. So I don't know, GP2 might surprise us as well.
Yeah, it was. I know I had a very bad race in F1 yesterday. It's very hard to control the car around this track, and the tyre is absolutely awful.
Yeah.
I just had a very bad race, but I know a lot of these drivers do not like China, so I know they'll be like me as we're now gonna go with I like Aero. But yeah, I personally don't like China. I know a lot of these drivers racing here today do not like China. So it's going to be very interesting to actually see how these drivers approach the Grand Prix, because in my opinion, I don't know about you, but China is a very boring circuit. It's very...
I would agree with that statement. I would definitely agree with that.
It's very boring. There's no really, like... I'm not sure really why it's boring. It just bores me. There's no particular standout reason.
I'd agree with you.
But I just don't know. But I like Aero currently on a decent lap, a 26.522 as his first sector. Maranzano, if you'd like to check roughly what position he is with that intermediate one time.
No, it's not impressive. It's probably not even an improvement over his first qualifying run. So he needs the second sector is very good. The second sector is very good.
Okay.
Yeah,
so he's
half a second up.
Coming on to the 1 kilometre back straight. It does fascinate me how long this straight is. Obviously, at one point, it was the longest straight in Formula 1. Yeah, it's a really interesting straight. Very long. Isn't it Azerbaijan the longest? And then it's China, and then it's Mexico.
The longest. Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. Aero goes into the pit.
Aero goes into the pit lane. So I am going to now invite ILR Aero to the party. Hello, Melanie88 watching us, who's currently can't race with us today. He's away from his home in Finland. So there you go. ILR Aero now going to come into the party, Maranzano. It's going to be very interesting, and I'm going to run with the Rudsters quickly while we actually interview ILR Aero. So it's going to be really interesting to see what lap he can set here in the overcast conditions of Shanghai. Hello, ILR Aero, if you'd like to include your audio.
Oh, bloody hell, I have. First thing I did.
Thank you. Okay, Aero. We're currently seeing you in 10th place.
Not for long.
Okay, fair enough.
Why did you pit? You were on a flying lap? I thought it was a big improvement.
I went back in for a new set of tyres because I messed up turn 1.
Okay.
Right.
I'm getting some message off the engineer here.
And here I go. Bye, engineers. Have a nice day.
Okay, Aero.
Good to see you in P1, Aero.
You're currently in 10th place. We won't keep you too long. You're currently in 10th position. What is it you're planning to do in the Grand Prix to be able to really challenge the front guys of Amazed OT, Expired Ninjas, all the top guys? And do you think you can get the win here today?
Well, I'm going to obviously do another qualifying lap. Obviously, by my sector 2 and sector 1, sector 2 and sector 3 times, I'm only a 10th off. And that's not too bad in saying that I messed up my, obviously, the turn 1. So at the minute, I've been taken out. Yeah, I'm starting in 10th on a soft set of tyres. I've been taken out. Other than that, yeah. At the minute, I'm on a soft compound
Okay.
tyre on 2 laps. I'm on 2 lap old soft compound compound tyres. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm really screwed now. This has messed me up completely. Yeah, that's your fault,
Incredible
Maldi. I'm blaming you, Maldi. It's your fault. Always your
It's
fault.
messed up.
Always gonna be your fault.
Yeah.
Oh, what
Okay,
have I done?
Aero.
I'm hoping that I get knocked out. I'm hoping that I get knocked out of the top 10 now. Thank you, Maldi. Well, in the race now, my idea of a good race right now is just push as hard as I can. That's all I can do. Pushing is probably the best thing I can do at the minute because, obviously, thank you, Maldi. I've probably got. To be honest, I could get pushed out of the top 10 now, which might help me out in the race itself with pit strategy. Because after watching last night, it gave me no strategy at all because it was a wet race, so I'm kind of going in blind. But hopefully be able to take a longer stint at the start, try just see where I can get the tyres to, see what I can do with the tyres, and then go into a faster couple of stints at the end and just push my head off and hope for the best in the race. Well, hope for the best in the latter stages of the race.
Good luck for the Grand Prix, and if you get the
Thank
podium,
you.
we could see you again after the race. So good luck.
Don't talk about podiums now, not after what you've just done.
See you whenever. Thank you.
Bye.
Well, at the moment, Maranzano, we've got only actually 2 tenths separate the top 2 drivers of Ninjas and Amazed OT. Sorry. So it's going to be really interesting, Maranzano, to see how these 2 people fare down into turn 1. NRL Hulkenberg in 3rd, Jamesy Bear X1 in 4th, and closing the top 5 is Dennis VKK. And the actual top 5 is only spaced out by 5 tenths of a second. So it's me. I reckon this is going to be. I reckon this is going to be a very, very good Grand Prix.
Ninja's on his final qualifying lap.
Side effects
Dennis as well. Sorry to interrupt you.
It's fine. I'm just going through all the drivers at the moment who are currently on laps. Fredster 332, who could. And Aero is knocked out of the top 10, so he is going to be starting on a fresh set of tyres. So that's really going to help him for strategy. And also all the other guys starting with him outside the top 10.
Ninjas just set up purple first sector, so
Ninjas,
he's on target for first pole position this season.
Okay, well, let's have a look. The reigning world champion of the GP2 division. If anyone of you are watching, comment who you think is going to be winning tonight, who you think deserves to win. Any questions that you'd like to ask us, just pop them in the comments and we'll be able to answer them for you in the Grand Prix. And that's a bit weird, it's just retired me. I thought I was getting quite scared there, but we're just going to spectate Expired Ninjas currently in 2nd place. Usually set a purple sector 1, so just have a look. He's got traffic in front of him of Dennis VKK. I do like his helmet. It's gonna look nice with the scenery of Malaysia. I reckon his little pattern that I can see, a little bit of a Malaysian style there, if I see it right. Nice blue,
enough?
red and yellow, and he sets fastest lap. Expired Ninjas takes pole position at the Chinese Grand Prix. Is it going to be enough? Can he keep his position? KS outgoing. Let's see where he is. KS second, and he has backed out of his lap. He's going to take a nice slow run across the line. Now the game is going to mess up, and it's not going to let me spectate anyone. Reckless Pez up to 11th, so that's an improvement on his previous lap. That was in 14th. He's gone up 3 positions. And Urban Unicorn now, the winner of the Australian Grand Prix, is currently in 12th position. Fredstad in 15th, ahead of Urban Unicorn on track, so he'll finish the lap before Urban Unicorn. Fredstad 15th, up to 2nd. The Fredstad goes up to 2nd place. He's on the front row for the Chinese Grand Prix. That's going to be very important if he can get a good result here. Urban Unicorn 13th, up to 10th. That is disappointing for the winner of the Grand Prix of Australia last time out. But the top 10 on the grid is first is Expired Ninja, second is the Fredstar, third is Amazed OT, all spread out there by 0.2 of a second. Fourth is Dennis VKK, fifth is NRL Hulkenberg, sixth is Jamesy Bear X1, seventh is STB Verstappen 33, who's up to Jahakti Ronald 43, eighth is Rising Trez, ninth is the ill driver for today, the Panda Queen, very decent qualifying considering his circumstances, and Urban Unicorn. Manzano, if you'd like to back out now. It's time for the Chinese Grand Prix formation lap for the drivers. Guys, we've just left it so we can catch the start. We're going to wait a few seconds because I don't want to get too excited again and make a mistake. So we're going to learn from that excitement and I'm going to join the game back very soon if it allows me. Yes, it does. Okay, Maranzano. We've seen a lot of surprises in that qualifying session. Aero's got what he wanted, starting outside the top 10. Who do you think though is going to win this Grand Prix?
I mean, I think Expired Ninjas might be able to run away with it, just like Toxic Fusion did in the F1 division. But I'm gonna suspect GP2 is gonna be a lot closer. So I think we might be up for some surprises. Let's hope so. Okay.
Well, I'm just going to join the game now because they should be on their formation lap.
Send me an invite when you get there.
Okay, I will do this now. Okay. There's your invite. Just press spectate, and then we will go into the Grand Prix. So, you think Expired Ninja is going to run away with it? In my opinion, I think Expired Ninja does have a very good chance, but as you said, it's very close in the GP2 division. I think that personally, it's going to be a very good Grand Prix for all drivers because it's extremely close. I think the top 12 was spaced out by at least a second. Maranzano joins the game there. Thank you, Maranzano. So they're now on the formation lap. We've actually joined it not at the start as... Okay, something has happened. There are all these drivers on the grid. There was a few drivers on the grid there, so there may have been some sort of... Maranzano, are you seeing the grid here?
Yeah, what is going on?
So many people have had collisions or something's gone wrong with them down on the formation lap, but that doesn't matter. I've just got a message off the Panda Queen. But that's very interesting. Very interesting.
Very interesting indeed. Like 8 people on the grid.
Well, it doesn't matter because they're still on the grid, so it's completely fine. They just won't have the heat in their tyres. Expired Ninjas then on the formation lap. So if I'm actually right, there are actually only 4 drivers doing this formation lap right now. That's interesting. But
yeah, the
drivers are waiting very patiently for the rest of the drivers to join them on the grid here in China. It's going to be a very interesting Grand Prix. There is actually 5 people doing the formation lap, so they can have the advantage here in China. So Expired Ninjas now coming up to the grid now. So you say Expired Ninjas here. I do like his helmet. I must say, I do like his helmet.
Yeah.
So... everyone
quite
now.
A couple of custom helmets, to be honest.
Yeah, they're nice.
We like need to, Panda Queen in McLaren.
Yeah, if there's any boring bits in the Grand Prix, we need to look at the helmets because we need to give some award out for best custom helmet of the season.
Let's not think about that yet.
Okay, here we go. Ready for the Grand Prix of the Chinese Grand Prix. It is 5 lights, and it is lights out, and away they go. We've got a poor start. The 2 manners are backing off there. Oh, that's us too, but it doesn't matter. We're going to switch to Dennis VKK in broadcast mode now. We've got everyone diving down into turn number 1. We're going to switch to STB, and there's been a bit of a... it's very quite clean. Is
there Unicorn is out.
Down there, down. Oh, there's...
Unicorn.
Oh, it's not been clean. It's not been clean. It's not been clean. Well, is there any guys spinning out there? I'm not completely sure. We're going to go up to the top now. We've got Typhon Killer in 8th position. He can see everything in front of him now. In 8th place, Jamesy Bear X1. And Typhon Killer is at the back of the Williams driver. Ninja's had a very poor start, down to 4th position. He's been jumped there by... Oh, he's round the outside, up the inside of Dennis VKK, the Dutch driver, your fellow countryman there, Maranzano. So it's going to be very interesting here for the Netherlands.
3 abreast.
Yeah, so very interesting. First is the Fredstar. Second is is that Mazed OT? Yeah, Mazed OT.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah, I was on board to it.
Jamesy Bear X1 there. Yeah, that's disappointing for him. He's had some sort of collision down into 18th place. Second is Amazed OT. We've now got Dennis and Rising Trez, third and fourth. We've now got Ninjas in fifth. NRL Hulkenberg lagging a tinsy bit, so that's not going to help Typhon Killer's Quest to get past him. You have to avoid the poor connection of the Renault driver. Oh, there's some battling going on. Feisty Ted up the inside of Dennis. No, not Feisty Ted, sorry.
Feisty Ted.
Sorry, no. Rising Trez, sorry, up the inside of Dennis. My eyesight isn't very good.
Yeah,
so.
Dennis VKK.
I can't see this. Fresno sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. And STB Verstappen 33 now is going to be reeling in on the Sauber driver of Typhon Killer. And there's a manner off the side to the track, and there's now a brilliant battle going on. We've got NRL Hulkenberg. We've got X-Bite Ninjas now. Here we go. Dennis now on the inside of the Toro Rosso, the reigning world champion. X-Bite Ninjas ran the outside. And that is an incredible performance there from Expired Ninjas. Dennis now going to go into broadcast mode because I quite like this mode. NRL Hulkenberg dives up the inside and he's nearly tried to get the overtake done on Expired Ninjas there. And now we've got the Sauber of Typhon kind of getting into this battle now. Here we go. Typhon getting up the inside of the Renault driver. NRL Hulkenberg cards around the outside. The Force India of Dennis VKK there hitting the back nearly of the Typhon, and the two Force Indias are in 7th and 8th. Good start here from the two Force Indias of Dennis and STB Verstappen 33, but now got the Ferrari of ILR Aero here on a set of the Super Softs. He's gone for the same strategy as most of the top 10 here. Macy's very special around the outside of the Force India driver. He's going to force Aero wide there. Maranzano, you're seeing this is an incredible battle around the outside. The McLaren's going to get involved in this now. The Mercedes around the outside of the Haas now. This is incredible performance. We've got Urban Unicorn. Aero's going to defend. We're going to see from STB Verstappen 33's view. I can't breathe right now. This is incredible battling down into the hairpin of turn 14. Akira taking spot. And there's been a bit of a crash there. Side effects has to back out the overtake on the Roadsters. I'm going to breathe for a bit. Maranzano, what can you see as two guys dive into the pit lane?
We've already had more action in 2 laps in GP2 than we had in the entire race in the F1 division yesterday. Yeah, I was spectating the Roadsters at the beginning, at the start, and
Amazed OT off the track
Where
there.
Is he?
Amazed OT. No collision because I saw that, but he's just off. Yeah, he's just gone off the track. He's gone off the track there.
Is he in the,
lots of people in the pit lane actually. That's interesting. That's interesting. That is. But
how on earth did he get there?
I'm not sure. I just seen a Mercedes off the track down into turn 1. No one was near him. He just went straight. He just went off the track. So we've now got Aero and Dennis battling. Urban Unicorn, winner of Australia, is actually going to get involved in this. And Aero's going to go the inside of Dennis here. He's done it. Aero, great move. And that's going to give Urban Unicorn the opportunity to get past the Dutchman. And he's done it. Up into 5th place goes Urban Unicorn.
Yeah, that's really surprising because I was with the Roadsters in the start. He was at the back, and I saw Urban Unicorn spinning off the track like 3 or 4 times, so he was lagging big time. I've recorded it as well, so you can use it in the highlights if necessary. At the moment, the Fredster is already 3 seconds ahead.
So we've now got the Roosters and Dennis here down into turn 14. Actually, one of the key overtaking spots, as I said last lap. One of the key overtaking spots on this Grand Prix. But Roosters had a much better exit on the harder compound of the tyres, and both of those drivers going to the pit lane, and Roosters up into 5th place. And NRL Hulkenberg's in the pit lane as well.
P15.
And Roosters is in 3rd place, and there's side effects 99. Lewis Hamilton 2011, he's done it. Up the inside, but Roosters going to try and keep it around the outside now. Side effects up the inside. He's going to try and do it round the corner, really testing the driver's patience. Going to force Roosters off the track. He's been very aggressive with side effects. He needs this position, and he's very aggressive, showing his worth, showing why he has been a very good member of the STB Racing League ever since it started. And side effects 99 up into 3rd position. Brilliant overtaking move there. Running outside, defending brilliantly. Roosters is not going to let that go. He's got Reckless Pez as well behind him. So the Super Softs proving to not be a very good tyre to start on. All these drivers who actually started on the Super Softs
The Roadsters, beautiful move.
Amazed
on the
OT
outside.
now.
Not sure
Amazed
if you've
OT
seen it.
battling with Dennis VKK. Amazed OT. We've got no end plate there. So I don't know what happened to him. But he's now got Typhon Killer all over the back of him. This has not been good for Amazed OT. Who got a very good qualifying position, Maranzano, if you remember. But he's now getting caught. Yeah. He's getting bit of aggressive
contact.
defending there on the Renault. On the Sauber of Typhon Killer. It's Ross now on the mediums actually, so he's going for a longer stint than everyone else. There's a lot of varied
the Roadsters and side effects are still battling away for P3. It's a great battle going on here.
Here we go, Roadsters then round the outside. Pitting Aero into the pit lane. Fredstad into the pit lane. Side effects is going to be the new leader of the Grand Prix. Side effects takes the lead of the Chinese Grand Prix. It says my stream is lagging. Sorry about that, guys. It should be sorted any minute soon. First is Side Effects. Second is the Roadsters in his heart. Brilliant performance from him here today. All drivers, I think, are definitely going to benefit the ones who started on the softs.
Yeah, the super softs only last for about 3-4 laps. I've got Hulkenberg and the Fredster side by side. Ninja's just ahead of him.
Here we go then. We've got the Fredster getting... The Fredster's on intermediate.
Fredster's on the intermediate?
What's going on here? Maybe a glitch. We'll ignore that for the time being.
It's raining on my screen.
The what?
The track is still dry, but it is raining. Yeah, it's raining, definitely.
It
didn't say rain in the forecast, did it?
It's raining. It's actually... Oh God, it's raining as well. Oh, that is surprising here in China. Mix of fortunes for all the drivers. And ILR Aero now up into 9th place. That is surprising. I don't know what was going on.
On the intermediates already.
That is two races now where I've been too excited. I've made mistakes. This is not good. But Fredstad is definitely doing a Kimi Räikkönen 2009 in Malaysia, getting ready for these wet conditions. But I don't think
Fredstad is going to be lost.
I don't think Fredstad you're going to get a very good position here because, yeah, okay. So Fredstad dipping back into the slipstream of STB Verstappen 33, still battling, and Amazed OT has retired from the Grand Prix. For 11th then is STB Verstappen 33. We're going to ignore Fredstad on the intermediates for the time being. We'll have to keep.
Did it say rain on the weather forecast? Because I don't remember that.
No, it was all overcast. But as we know, rain is very possible here in China and in this part of the world. When it rains, it rains.
The Roadsters is looking very good. Side effects as well, because they're pretty much the net leaders right now. Ninja's pitted for dry tires, so it's pretty much just...
Yeah, but also Maranzano, if you remember, if it is raining, if I see on the onboard view here, there is rain coming... Yeah, there is rain, like, dropping here. So this is actually really going to help the drivers that started on soft tyres, because they started on the softs. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, and then that means that they're going to have a one less pit stop. As we've got 5 viewers.
3 pit stops.
Thank you ever so much for tuning in, guys. Make sure to comment how you're doing and any questions you have, and we can answer them for you. The Reckless Pez now in 3rd position. Definitely going to help him. Rising Trez. And there's a battle going on. Aero, Ninjas, and NRL Hulkenberg all on a set of slicks. Just going to see where Fredster is right now. And Fredster has left the session. Fredster has left their session. Why he went on the intermediates, that is far too early. But here we are then. The Roadsters in 1st position in his Haas. Very interesting from him leading this Grand Prix.
Could get a very surprising winner.
Here we go. I was saying this in the week actually. GP2 division and F1 division, because Ricky X Bramble won F1 and Urban Unicorn won GP2, I think this could be a repeat of 2012, where there was like 7 winners in the first 7 races. If Roadsters wins this, something dodgy is going on. Something dodgy is going on, because this ain't right. This ain't right.
Mystical
okay,
forces.
Anyway, we've got Aero and Ninjas having a bit of bumper cars there down into turn 1 and 2. We're not at the fair, guys. we're at the Chinese Grand Prix. But anyway, we've got Aero now in 5th, coming on a set of another Super Softs. So I think he's seen the rain coming and he's altered his strategy quite nicely there to have 2 short Super Soft stints, and he should be able to be good when the rain comes. Remember, these drivers will find it much easier than we did last night, Maranzano, to control the car as they have traction on or on medium. So that's going to be very interesting. Dennis in 8th.
Doesn't seem to be ready for intermediates just yet.
Yeah, they need to wait a few laps. KS outgoing in 12th in his Haas. This is interesting.
Ninjas is behind Arrow right now, and he should get the slipstream in the DRS. Arrow moves up the inside.
An Aero down up the
center
inside of
position.
X-Bike Ninjas on the faster tyre, and he's up into 5th.
No, he was defending from Ninjas.
Oh, was he?
Ninjas
Sorry,
was
my
trying to
mistake.
overtake
Yeah,
him.
sorry, my mistake. Well, he still kept the position,
No
but Ninja's
worries.
going to try and get back onto him now here in China. Here we go. Ninja's in the slipstream of the Ferrari driver. Aero going to defend everything. That was aggressive. But he did make one move to block, so that is
It's
fair
looking
driving.
treacherous. I think it's about time for intermediates.
Fair driving there.
It's at the
for-
crossover point.
Yeah, I think it. I'm not very good with this weather. To be fair. So
Yeah, the lap times are plunging. 1:44. It's 5 seconds slower. It's going to be interesting to see who goes in first. Lots of pressure on the Roadsters as well. He's leading his first race, I believe.
I think it's his second race he's leading, but he only led that for a few seconds, I believe, in America.
He's genuinely leading
so-
this race, and he's got to make a very important strategy call.
But it's all about controlling the car now, as TST Vettel leaves as well. But that doesn't matter. We've still got a fair number of people unlucky for him. There. Okay, Maranzano. I'd just like to say,
Let's see if they...
where Aero Ninjas and all that coming through, what's this grandstand? Is this like a new, like with all that writing on? Right. That's quite fascinating. I've always thought that. Maranzano. I've always thought that.
well, you made the track preview, you should know.
Wow. Anyway, we've got Aero defending very aggressively on
Oh.
NRL Hulkenberg here. And is NRL Hulkenberg going to go up the inside of the
Roadster's
Ferrari
into the
driver?
pit.
Yes, he is. And there's been a
He's the first
collision.
one.
Aero.
Oh shit.
Aero, and he's had to spin it back round, and that is not what you need. That's not what you need. Disappointing for him, but now we got It's Ross now.
The Roadster's going on to the mediums. Why is he going on to the mediums? No, the Roadsters. Are you kidding me? Why is the Roadsters on the medium tire?
Well, yeah. The Roosters
Why?
on a set of mediums, and Rising Trez is the first driver on a set of intermediates. Could this be?
Why did he
The
go on
rate-
the mediums? Come on.
Here we go. Well,
What's
he's on the
going in
inters.
GP2 with all the
Reckless
strategy
Pez.
calls?
Reckless Pez Maranzano, who's on the intermediates. Side FX 99, he's on the mediums. Ninja's on the mediums, but he's actually getting caught here by Jamesy Bear X1, and he's been overtaken. X by Ninjas has been overtaken by Jamesy Bear X1. So Melanie in the comments put won't be inters for a long time. So
Well, let's hope so. Let's hope for the Roadsters.
let's hope for the Roadsters that he can gain it. Dennis now on a set of mediums as well. So I don't know.
No, but he
what's
hasn't
going
pitted
on.
yet. Dennis hasn't pitted yet.
Dennis hasn't pitted. Let me see if he's actually.
Has he? I mean,
He has
was-
pitted,
was-
but with a set of mediums on lap 4, I just seen, I think. Yeah, lap 3. He pitted on lap 3 for a set of mediums. So those super softs not lasting long here in Shanghai, but Rising Trez looks to be struggling on those intermediates. Not a good call from him. Jamesy Bear, though, is
Yeah.
absolutely flying through this back on the mediums right now. In
Would
seventh
you have gone on to
place,
the mediums, Maldi? Because I would have, to be honest.
I don't know what I would do. I don't even know if I'd be in this race anymore. Because I'll be at the back, spinning off. Because I'm really bad at China.
That's
So,
the truth
but we've
right
got
there.
James Bear absolutely flying here on the mediums right now. This is not intermediate conditions. The drivers have made a big mistake. But
Oh,
James
Bear
Bear
into the
X1
pit.
now into the pit lane. This is interesting. Hopefully he doesn't do a Lewis Hamilton. We're going to go on board now to the Williams. Now, is this a custom helmet he's got here? I think it might be because it doesn't look like Bottas's or Massa's. Let's just analyse this helmet here. This is quite a nice helmet, to be fair.
Yeah,
Nice colours, and he's going on to set of intermediates. That's quite an interest. Look at his helmet. That is quite interesting, to be fair. That's a good helmet, that is.
Very interesting indeed.
Urban Unicorn off the track in 13th. Is he on the intermediate? Yes, he is. So
What happened to Urban Unicorn? P13.
don't know, but Dennis is struggling here. Roadster's really going quickly.
Yeah, most people are on the intermediates now.
James Bear on a set of
The
intermediates now.
Rusters
So
and
Melanie,
Dennis VKK are fighting for the lead.
why do I miss all the action? Here we go. Roadsters then on the inside of Dennis VKK now. It looks to be yeah, Melanie. I was thinking that. Very interesting. Okay. Maranzano. Here we go. DRS for the Roadsters now. This is going to be interesting. DRS up into turn 14. The two
Keep it clean.
rookies from last season, but not rookies anymore. It looks to be very slippery, very oh, but they're going side by side in the final corner. That's going to give Dennis the opportunity now on the exit of the corner, and the Roadsters has to yield for second place, I think, down into turn number 1. And as we go past our ghost cars, yeah, that's interesting. Marshall's can't do it. And now, Roadsters!
Oh, no.
Roadsters has span. Roadsters has collision there between Dennis and Roadsters off the track. Rising Trez down into turn number 1 now, up into third place on a set of intermediates. And my car is sitting in the wall. So that's very intriguing there. But the Roadsters, disappointing for him. Rising Trez on a set of intermediates now. And then we've got Rising Trez on a set of intermediates. But he's got side effects here. Also on these bits, side effects here. Very good.
At the moment, the mediums are still slightly quicker. Dennis VKK did the fastest lap, 151. And Rising Trez, who is number 3, the first guy on intermediates, did a 153. So it's close, getting closer.
But Urban Unicorn, he won last time out in Australia, and he's now down in 13th place. I don't know what is going on.
It's GP2, it's very close together, I guess. Let's just keep it at that.
Well, looks like the rain is staying the same in how it's falling. All the precipitation.
Impressive.
Nice words there. But no, we've got actually a good battle going on now. Freeway battle between the Williams as Mazo T leaves the session, but he already retired earlier, so it's
I think Rising Trez might be our
Panda
net
Queen
race
has
leader.
left. Panda Queen has left, so the guy who was ill has left the session. He did say he may have to leave, so I'm just gonna invite him back. Sorry if it's on pause, guys. You may miss a little bit of a battle, but to do as quick as possible. I will invite him back. There's a low chance that he may join, but he is sick today. He has been sick recently, so we'll just have to invite him back, and we will see what happens there. We're going to see if there's any change of positions. They haven't really missed anything, so they're still in 4th, 5th, and 6th as they were.
Alright, so Dennis is starting to lose time now. The guys on the intermediates are 2 seconds faster than him, so he needs to pit this lap, otherwise he's going to lose way too much time. The Roadster's also out on the medium tires. Still hasn't pitted yet, 12 seconds behind the leader after that spin.
It's
Yeah,
a hard
Rising
one.
Trez
that.
is about to overtake the Roadsters.
Yeah, I think it's intermediates now. We've got Rising Trez all over the back of the Roadsters. Roadsters looks to be lagging a teensy bit there, and Rising Trez is going to get caught out by that. And the Panda Queen's just sent me a message. Quickly need to read this. Okay, yeah, he's not joining back. He's feeling a little bit ill, and his race was a little bit ruined from a collision he had. So, unfortunately, and Melanie in the comments saying I'm bad at commentating. I won't be. Don't matter. Side effects there, not side effects. Rising Treads, brilliant overtaking move there on the Rudsters. And, oh, brilliant.
He needs to pit now, the
brilliant.
Rudsters.
Yeah, the Rudsters need to pit, but there's a good
It
battle
looks
going
so
on.
good for him.
But,
P1.
Melanie, I won't be supporting you in future races, okay, if you're saying I'm a bad commentator, so let's keep that in mind. Anyway, Expired Ninjas now, currently in 5th position.
I mean, Melanie just crashes out pretty much after lap 1 every race, so there's not a lot to commentate on, let's be honest.
Maranzano, we're not doing puns here, we're commentating this Grand Prix. Sorry, Melanie,
That's
you're a
true.
great driver. And you're from Finland, so it's all good. But anyway, we have now got the Rudsters in 3rd position, we have got Rising Trez in 2nd, and we have got Dennis VKK in 1st position. This is incredible performance.
What do you think the Rudsters is doing? Am I missing something? Because he's still out on the medium tires.
Also,
Like,
Dennis as well.
Because they are losing time. I mean,
Yeah,
what are they trying to do?
not completely sure.
It's GP2 logic, I guess.
Wow, there you go. Rudsters in 3rd position, and I think he may have messed up his Grand Prix pretty much because he went on a set of mediums. Because now Side Effects and Expired Ninjas currently on a set of intermediates are catching the Rudsters. Yeah, look at Manzano. Look at the entrance. Like Side Effects straight up the inside there, up into 3rd place.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Ninjas
what's
around the
he now?
outside as well. Look at this. Yeah,
Why are they still on the medium tires? Can someone explain it to me, please?
I don't know, but I think Dennis VKK here has lost. Yeah, he's lost a lot of time to Rising Trez. So Dennis
Yeah, I
VKK
mean-
has to pit, I think.
Maybe it's the weather forecast says it's about to dry up. I mean, it
Dennis
has to be-
VKK is
it-
carrying
it
on
has
for
to get-
another lap. This is
Yeah, it has to get drier sooner. Otherwise, he would have pitted, surely.
not sure, but Rising Trez now in 2nd place at the moment.
It's much faster.
Yeah, great. Rising Trez there up the inside of Dennis VKK. Now, what I can say is it's either some like glitch that we're having or something, or
No, it can't be, because the pace difference is huge.
or Dennis VKK. Okay, has had a message from his engineer, or there's been some sort of like forecast which has said it will get drier in like 5 minutes or something. So he's staying on the
The
medium.
Rudsters is on the intermediate tires. 10 laps too
So
late, but
Rudsters
he's
is-
still on the intermediate tires. So he's finally given in.
The Rudsters down
He was
into
in P1. Oh,
P13.
man, I feel so bad for him.
Down into P13. That is, but Urban Unicorn. Okay, Urban Unicorn
Urban Unicorn.
in
Where
10th
is he
place,
at?
and he won the Australian Grand Prix. This is interesting. Okay, here we
Hulkenberg
go.
and Reckless Pez. There's quite a few battles going on at the moment. Ninjas and Side Effects are battling as well.
Right, it's a good job. Pretty much these. Oh, I got a three-way battle here. God, we're missing out on all the
VKK,
action.
Get into the pit.
Oh, we're missing out on all the action here, but we're gonna. Oh, and Dennis is off the track, so
Why
there
is
up
he-
into 3rd place.
Fuck.
Side FX. Side effects here, Maranzano, up into 2nd place. I need to spend. And there has been a crash. There has been a crash down the pit straight, down the back straight. Reckless Pez and NR, no, not STB Verstappen. Well, I don't know who that was really, but the 3 drivers that were racing, I think it was Reckless Pez.
Dennis VKK is in the pit now.
Yeah, reckless pace was definitely involved because he's lost a front wing down the straight. Guys out going up into 7th.
I
Okay,
really
well
hope
that is
Dennis
just a...
VKK knows something we don't know. I really hope so. Because he just...
Well, is he still staying out here?
No, he's now in the pit going on to intermediates, but now he's dropped back to P12 or something. He was in the lead by 15 seconds a few laps earlier.
Well, this is interesting.
Same
Now
goes
there's
for the
a
Roadsters.
four-way battle between Urban Unicorn into 7th here. So if he plays his cards right, he could still win this Grand Prix, make it 2 out of 2. But he's made a good dive bomb there on It's Ross, and he's got the position up into 6th place. And NRL Hulkenberg has left the session. So there you go.
Ninjas and Side Effects are still fighting for 2nd position.
I'd just like to
enter
invite
the long
NRL
back straight.
Hulkenberg back to the game for us, if possible, Marzano.
I will do that.
There is a good battle going on here, actually, between It's Ross, Jamesy Bear, and Aero. This is very interesting. And Aero's up the inside, and he's got the overtake done there on Jamesy Bear X1. But, oh, Jesus. Aero now. This is interesting. He's now behind It's Ross, but Urban Unicorn here looks to be going very quickly. And a bit of lag there from It's Ross, so Aero has to stay behind him now. So It's Ross.
I'm just going to fight Hulkenberg.
Here we go then. So It's Ross in the slipstream of It's Ross now. And this is interesting. Aero, is he going to go for the top bomb? Yes, he's got Panda's AI. And there's been a... Oh, God. Collision there down into turn number 14. And... Oh, God. Aero there trying the dive bomb. And, yeah, that's not good as NRL Hulkenberg has joined the session. And ILR, he's got a very hard name to pronounce, actually. ILR Aero up into 6th, Urban Unicorn up into 5th. So there's been some sort of pit stop. Okay, is that going into the pit lane now for another set of intermediates?
Rising Tress is in the lead by 11 seconds. That's surprising.
Side FX 99 here. Someone's just said in the Typhon Killer. Typhon Killer.
Virtual safety car.
And virtual safety car. Typhon Killer retired from the session there, so that may have caused the virtual safety car. Yeah, Melanie puts in the comments, Manzano. Sorry, someone's just put in the comments. Expired Ninjas will still win somehow. So someone is rooting. Melanie88 is rooting for Expired Ninjas to win this.
No, he's not rooting for Expired Ninjas. He's not.
Wow.
I think he's referring to the fact that Ninjas always wins somehow. Slightly lucky.
Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna spectate Chaos Outgoing because I want him to have some good coverage here. A little bit of coverage for the Haas team. Okay, well, it's quite spaced out, relatively spaced out. We're gonna spectate 3rd and 2nd Side Effects and Expired Ninjas here, and going very slowly under virtual safety car. And Expired Ninjas into the pit lane. Here we go. So Maranzano, this could be the strategy call that Ninjas needs. Here we go at the end of the virtual safety car. Expired
what kind
Ninjas
of strategy
now
call? Full wet?
into the pit lane. What tires is he going to go on? I love his helmet. I love his helmet. Put in the comments, guys, if you like Ninja's helmet, because that is some nice helmet. Anyway, he's into the pit lane and he's going to another set of intermediates. So there you go.
How long do they last, the intermediates? Do you know that?
I don't know.
Are they as resilient as the wets? I don't think so.
I'm not entirely sure how long the inters go, but we'll just have to find out.
Because if they go for a very long time, I might understand Dennis VKK, because then he might not have to pit anymore.
But then he's down into 7th.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's lost a lot of time from staying on the. Yeah, he's lost a lot of time from staying on the. Mediums that he was on early in the Grand Prix. So, but we've got a battle going on now between STB Verstappen.
Rising Tres is now P3. Okay, so
Jack T43 is in second place. Side Effects is leading this Grand Prix. Side
Rising Tres must have pitted.
FX is leading.
The legend.
This is messed up this season. Okay, we had Urban Unicorn winning in Australia, and now we've got Side Effects 99.
He's not a bad driver.
STB Verstappen, I know, but it's very, very surprising from where he was last season. I remember he was in the mid. He was in the mid pack. It's really surprising, but it's really, really entertaining. It's really good to see these midfield guys up at the front. But it's now going to be a very hard job. Look at Tracy's helmet. I just need to look. I just need to look in his little view here. This is good helmet. This. Here we go.
Side Effects into the pit. The race leader.
That helmet. Side Effects into the pit lane, and we've got a nice view here of Rising Trez overtaking STB Verstappen 33, and he's going to try and go up the inside, but Rising Trez is going to defend his position nicely there. But is he going to try? And no, STB Verstappen 33 still going to stay behind him here. And there you go. But I quite like that view. It's a nice view, to be fair. See the helmets of the drivers.
Arrow now up to P3.
Oh, Side Effects here on taking the inside line into turn 4. So he's came out just ahead of Expanders. That's going to be very crucial for later in the Grand Prix. Looks like he could be going to the end on the set.
Got a three-way battle going on. Arrow defending.
Intermediates. So, yeah, man. It's going to be pretty good. Pretty entertaining for the next 10 laps or so.
That's much better than F1 yesterday, to be honest.
Well, yeah. Well, yes, it is really, because it's a very much tighter grid in GP2. A lot of the drivers very close. Remember, the top 12 in qualifying, if I believe, were spaced out by 1 second. So it's very, very close. And it is good that we didn't have to restart the lobby. So the drivers are completely focused. We're completely focused in that little transition from qualifying to the race and everything like that. So it's very interesting.
Ninjas and Side Effects are still fighting. They're fighting the entire race.
Yeah, Rudster's going to get involved in this as well.
P3.
Arrow up into P3, yeah. So this is very interesting. Rising Trez up into first place. Could this be Rising Trez? It's actually his debut, and he could win this race.
Thanks to the Rodsters and Dennis VKK, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's none of his concerns.
Here we go. We got Side Effects. I'm rooting for Side Effects here. He got a very good podium in Australia, and here in China, it's like, what is happening? You know, he's currently in fourth place.
Could this be his year?
Side Effects is flying. Side Effects is absolutely flying. It'll be really interesting actually to see if it dries out as well at the end of the race. And oh! Side Effects made a mistake. Side Effects here. He's still and he's lost the position. And disappointing here for Side Effects. Need to hope that Ninjas collides with Aero, and then they can get back the positions. But that's disappointing for Side Effects, because I was really, really hoping for a good race for him, because he definitely deserves it. Been in the league for a long time, and also had a good race in Australia. So Maranzano, it's all heating up.
Everywhere.
It's all heating up on lap 19
is,
of the Grand Prix, and
Molly.
NRL Hulkenberg has retired from the Grand Prix. He did lag out.
Yeah, it was down in P15, so.
Yeah, he did lag out. So he
Jamesy Baird with a dive bomb.
Oh, here we go. Jamesy Baird just caught that on camera there. Jamesy Baird getting absolutely mugged back by It's Ross, and then Reckless Pez in 10th. So 3 of the new guys this season are in 10th, 11th and 12th respectively. So that is interesting. So yeah, it's quite interesting.
Dennis VKK has very decent race pace. He's managed to make up around 5 seconds. Yeah, he's now 25 seconds behind the leader. It was 30 just a few laps ago, so he's got some very good pace. But yeah, if the guys ahead of him don't have to pit anymore, he's pretty much screwed. Yeah,
the Roadster's looking quite quick here behind.
Yeah, definitely.
Side Effects.
Oh, the Roadsters. He was in such a good position earlier.
Yeah, he was. It was good chat going on in the stream here. Okay then, so not much really happening. So I'm gonna look through the helmets. Has Wiz just got a custom helmet? Not sure. Not sure here. Just waiting for all the battles to close up, and then we'll back in action. But yeah, Roosters. I'm not sure if that's a custom helmet for Roosters.
Yeah, it has to be.
Is that a custom helmet?
Yeah,
It looks nice if it's custom helmet. Chaos Out going in 8th, Urban Unicorn in 9th, Reckless Pez in 10th, It's Ross in 11th, got Jamesy Bear X1 in 12th. Panda Queen is
Ninjas
AI
and
in 13th.
Arrow are fighting for position, P3.
Well, I need to get
Down
on
the back
this.
straight. Ooh, Arrow. Lost it.
I'll just quickly
He's
have a
about
look
to
how many
get mugged.
people are racing.
Oh, Arrow's off the track. Arrow is off the track. Oh dear. I caught that.
Arrow there. I don't know what happened.
Definitely.
I don't.
We're
Yeah, I
definitely
don't
gonna
understand.
get that into the highlights. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, well, if you've got that on
Completely lost
record,
it.
Manzano, that's perfect.
Yeah,
I was
recorded.
only looking. I was looking at the race like to see how many people was racing, and then try to get back onto the track as soon as possible. But yeah, so Aero, there you go. Could Melanie have been right? Could Ninja still get this win here in China? Rising Pairs leads the Chinese Grand Prix with 7 laps to go. Second is STB Verstappen, 33, lapping Fredster's AI. Third is Expired Ninjas. Fourth is Side Effects getting... well, he's got Roosters' lagging car to contend with here, so Roosters needs to start his internet quickly. Otherwise, there's going to maybe some sort of collision, which will take them both, or which may or will take them both out. But Roosters up the inside of Side Effects. Side Effects going to give him the space, but Side Effects there. Good defending from him. There is one thing that I was really surprised about actually in Australia. How Urban Unicorn defended his position, Manzano, in Australia. That was really interesting, because wasn't he on the mediums and everyone else went on the super softs, and he still was able to win the Grand Prix.
Yeah, he was on the softs and everyone else was on the fresh super softs. We thought he made a huge mistake, but he managed to pull it off.
He actually made a good one.
Yeah. Oh, the Rutgers up the inside. We can call that a dive bomb, I think. He made it work.
I was spectating Urban Unicorn there, so I couldn't get onto the action. But Side Effects
Yeah,
now,
they're still fighting.
really trying here to get past him, and he's... okay, this could be hard for Side Effects, because he's going to have... Okay, this is double moving here from Rudsters. This is not what Side Effects needs. Going to go on to Side Effects. Is he going to do the dive bomb like Rudsters did? Not as rough as you made out, Maranzano. But here we go. We've got brilliant exit here from Rudsters, lagging a tinsy bit there. Side Effects are going to try and get back on the exit now. Here we go. Bertie's going to break into the commentary box. Well, he can try, but we've got a brilliant race going on now in the slipstream of the Rudsters now. Side Effects in the slipstream of the Rudsters now. In the slipstream, is he going to go for the double into turn number 1? Yes, he is. He's done a Lewis Hamilton. And they've attached to each other's side pods there. And Dennis VKK now going to get back in the action. Side Effects back in the podium position. Russ going to try and get back on the inside now. Side Effects holds it around the outside of turn number 2. Russ is off the track. He's going to try now to... He's going to have to defend from the Force India driver. But brilliant overtaking move there from... Brilliant overtaking move there from Side Effects. Dennis VKK now, next driver behind the Rudsters. So brilliant racing there from the Side Effects man himself. Brilliant performance there. Brilliant overtaking move. And Toe Wolf is going to be very happy on the pit wall. Okay then, so Dennis VKK now behind the Roosters. This is going to be an interesting battle now. Roosters keeping behind Side Effects 99 now. This is going to be interesting. Interesting. I said that a bit weird there, but Roosters up the inside of Side Effects. And Dennis is going to try and get back in the action now. Here we go. as rain falls here in China. It looks to be stopping. I think it might have stopped actually, the rain. Is that...
that's a
they're
major
both on the
collision.
track. Side effects is out. Side effects is out of the Chinese. No, he's not. He's not out of the Chinese Grand Prix. He's not out of the
cheeky.
Chinese Grand Prix, but he's oh, that is disappointing there. Rudsters and Side Effects got caught onto each other, and Side Effects is the victim in that one. The Rudsters in third place now, getting hunted down by Dennis VKK. Sorry about the lag, guys. Just saying it's lagging on the stream. It should be sorted any minute.
This might
soon.
get interesting, Maldi. They might have to pit for dries in a few laps by the looks of it. Going to be very interesting.
Side Effects then.
I'm not
on the
sure
back
if
of
it's going to be
KS
worth
outgoing.
it.
Great, yep, stream should be sorted now, saying it's live, so there's no lag at the moment, so...
Rising Trez is 22 seconds ahead of the
And
number 2
ILR
Inspired
Aero
Ninjas.
has retired from the Chinese Grand Prix. That is disappointing. He said in his interview he's hoping for a good race, and, well, that's what he pretty much said, but... It's disappointing. That is
Yeah, he had a massive
disappointing.
moment at the long back straight.
Rising Trez leading the Grand Prix, and it is
Virtual
another
safety car.
virtual safety car. The second virtual safety car of the Grand Prix, and Expired Ninjas in second place. He's going to be absolutely buzzing here in China. And yeah, so could this be Expired Ninjas' day, or will he have to wait till the Bahrain Grand Prix next week? We're going to find out after the virtual safety car. So Rising Trez. Oh, looks like he made a mistake there. But it looks like the rain has stopped, and we could be looking at slick conditions. Here
There's still a
in
nice battle
China.
going on for P3 with the Rudsters, Dennis VKK, STB Verstappen.
Has it stopped raining, or is it spitting a little bit?
Yeah, it's... I don't know if it's worth going to dry tires, to be honest.
It looks like dries now. If I'm looking at the surface, looks like dries.
Yeah, probably means another 3 laps on intermediates, knowing this game.
Rising Trez here on a set of super softs. Rising Trez, set of super softs. Ninjas into the
that's
pit
a
lane.
Massive risk.
Into the pit lane, Ninjas, super softs. Rudsters dives
Dennis
into the pit lane.
VKK is the only one.
Rudsters to the Lewis Hamilton. Rudsters to the Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis Hamilton.
Yes,
Oh, no.
we have caught that on camera, and he has done.
Oh,
he has
man. He
relived the
should have known
moment
better.
from Lewis Hamilton.
After
That is foreshadowing.
Eka did it yesterday.
That is Marazon. That is foreshadowing. He could be champion in the future. Because Lewis Hamilton did
He's
that,
gonna
and
have
Lewis
to improve
Hamilton's
his
the
strategy
champion.
goals, to be honest.
Oh, Rudsters on a set of softs, I believe. And, both Haas drivers had to double stack there, so that's not going to be good. Dennis in second place on a set of intermediates. I think,
Who's in the lead now?
Rising Trez
Trez,
still
yeah.
leading.
Yeah, Rising Trez should be... Did he pit during the virtual safety car, I think? Yeah, it should be an easy race win for Rising Trez.
Sorry, Manzon, to interrupt you there. Jamesy Bear X1 on a set of intermediates, getting caught by STB Verstappen 33. Kes outgoing in 7th. This is interesting. Urban Unicorn in 8th.
James Hubert is struggling, yeah.
What
My
a
goodness.
what a
He's
change
just
a
parked
week
there.
a week makes. What a change a week makes, Maranzano. Winning the Australian Grand Prix and now in 8th place in China. Very disappointing for him, but nonetheless, had a very good race last time out in the
The Rudsters is still in P4, so
Grand Prix
it's
of
not
Australia.
a bad performance. Was really rooting for him when he was in P1, to be honest.
Who, Dennis?
No, the Rudsters.
Oh, the Rudsters. Yeah, he's not. He may have had poor tyre wear, so he had to go onto the mediums. We're not sure. We may interview him. We give him a little bit of a cheeky interview if he gets on the podium, but
I think he
we'll
might,
have to-
because Dennis VKK just pitted. So I think Rudsters, Rudsters up
oh,
to
the
P3.
Rudsters up into 3rd, so that's interesting there.
Yeah,
Ninjas
I
up
want
into
that podium
second place.
interview, come on.
Come on, here we go. Roadsters in third
Oh.
place. KS outgoing in fifth.
I thought he went on the grass, but he's just lagging everywhere. Well, on my screen he is.
Unicorn in sixth. Side effects in seventh. Eighth is Dennis VKK just coming out the pit lane now. Ninth is James E. Bear coming into the pit lane as well, but he's gone onto a set of softs, I believe. Oh no, super softs. It's my mistake. Sorry about that. Reckless Pez up into 10th.
That's an incredible turnaround on Maldi. In the first few laps, the Fretster was 5 seconds in the lead or something. And then we had the Rodsters, Dennis VKK. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere. Can you spectate expired ninjas for me, Maldi?
Yeah.
And tell me if he's lagging insanely hard for you as well.
Yes.
He just went into the wall on my screen, then just fucking continued.
It should sort itself out. It's a little glitch because a lot of people are lagging. It's a little bit of a he's lagging.
He's all
but
over
there is a
the
little
shop.
bit of a glitch where some people lag for a few laps or a few minutes and they'll stop. But Rising Trez in first position at the Chinese Grand Prix. This is very
His STB
interesting.
debut.
To say the least. STB debut. Actually, in the GP2 division, we've had a lot of drivers this season and last. A lot of GP2 drivers who've actually had their debuts and won in their debuts. So, Rising Trez is not the first driver to do that in the GP2 division. Expired Ninjas still keeping his championship chances alive. His second championship in STB. Second place. Third is the Roosters. Definitely deserves a podium here.
He's gonna have to
And
explain himself though. With the strategy
STB
goals.
Verstappen 33.
He had a good race in Australia as well, if I remember correctly. Up in a podium position at one point.
Ronald, yes, he did. Kaz outgoing. Returning to the league in 5th place. This is interesting for him. Always had a lot of internet issues in the past, but look at him. He's absolutely flawless. No lagging or anything. It's Rudster's taking his spot, I think, this season with his lag. But enough of that. We have got KS outgoing. Absolutely flying. He's absolutely flying here in China. It's just a shame he can't get the win because he would deserve it. But even if he got the win, man, he won't be able to speak to him because his mic's broken. So there you go. Urban Unicorn, though, is catching the Welshman. And James E. Bear X1 has retired from the session. He must have had some sort of issue there. So now it's all about the drivers keeping the tyres going. Maybe a few little battles near the end of the Grand Prix.
Dennis VKK in P8. That looked so promising for him.
It's because he stayed on the intermediates. That extra lap, didn't he?
No, he stayed on the mediums. I mean, he was leading the race and he stayed out on the medium tires for like 5 laps too long.
It's been a very weird race for strategy.
Yes,
It's been a lot.
Molly.
Yeah.
The right way to put it.
Very weird for strategy. A lot of drivers staying on the mediums. Roosters were watching here. Going on the mediums. After his super soft stint and then staying out when it was intermediates. But there you go. STB Verstappen 33. Very interesting start to the season. He's had 2 very good races. 4th here in China. KS outgoing, getting caught by Urban Unicorn. Could Urban Unicorn get a top 5 finish? Maranzano, do you think he can? 1 lap to go.
Who's ahead of him?
KS
outgoing,
and
KS outgoing.
Urban Unicorn.
I don't know. He really should if he wants to keep his championship hopes alive.
Here we go then. So we're going to be keeping onto this battle throughout the lap.
Final lap.
See where Rising Trez. So Rising Trez is in Sector 2 and Ninjas hasn't even finished Sector 1 yet. So
Yeah, Rising
Sorry, I
Trez had his strategy
comment
on
I just
point
saw
this
in
race.
the chat. Rising Trez in first. Absolutely dominant drive. Someone actually said it in the chat as well, but dominant drive from him. Urban
Good drive.
Unicorn though, very good. Look at this. Definitely need to keep an eye on that throughout the lap. But Rising Trez now down the back straight, the 1 kilometre back straight, one of the longest straights in Formula 1, and Rising Trez is gonna get his maiden win in STB on his debut here at the Chinese Grand Prix. Shifting through the gears. Brilliant exit out of the final corner now. And he hits the curb superbly and takes the win at the Chinese Grand Prix. The second winner of the Season 9 World Championship. Second will be reigning World Champion Expired Ninjas. Need to quickly have a look on Urban Unicorn. Urban Unicorn is going to get the DRS on KS Outgoing. We won't be able to see the three guys crossing the line. It's going to be a very interesting Grand Prix now. Very interesting moments down into the... And it's an absolute incredible dive bomb from Urban Unicorn. Is it going to be 5th place in the Chinese Grand Prix? Maranzano, absolutely incredible performance. Bit of a lag here. And Urban Unicorn,
Major corner
what
cut.
an exit. Here we go, DRS. It's so close. KS Outgoing gets 5th place. Urban Unicorn gets 5th. Urban Unicorn gets 5th because of penalties. Urban Unicorn takes 5th place in the Chinese Grand Prix. Dennis VKK crosses the line in P8. Oh, that was entertaining stuff at the end there between Urban Unicorn and KS Outgoing.
Very entertaining race.
It's Ross and Reckless Pez now, very close to each other, but Reckless Pez is going to get P9. It's Ross closing out the points in P10. So a few penalties for the drivers, but this is the top 10 and all the drivers that finished the Grand Prix. First is Rising Trez on his debut. Second, Expired Ninjas. Third, the Rudsters. Fourth, STB Verstappen 33, aka Jack T. Ronald 43. Fifth, Urban Unicorn 406. Sixth is Side Effects 99. KS Outgoing, because of penalties, drops down to 7th. 8th is Dennis VKK. 9th is It's Ross. And closing out the points and the actual classification from this Grand Prix, it is Reckless Pez. So, Maranzano, any final words on this Chinese Grand Prix? Very interesting strategies.
Very dramatic race. Lots of accidents, incidents. Arrow crashed out. Bottled it. Probably the right way to phrase it. No, I'm just very disappointed for the Rudsters and Dennis VKK. I really thought they could get a surprise win. But to be honest, Rising Trez is also pretty surprising.
Yeah, it's disappointing. Disappointing, really. But we're just going to invite, guys, for you, the 3 podium drivers of Rising Trez, Expired Ninjas, and third was the Rudsters. So just wait for them to join, and then we will conduct the podium interviews. In my opinion, that was a very, very good Grand Prix for all drivers. Few collisions here and there, but it was very... it was decent. Okay,